The Sentinel Homes Premier Hockey League is proudly brought to you by Hockey New Zealand in association with Sentinel Homes, Vantage Windows and Doors, Computer Concepts Limited, Sky Sport, your home for hockey, and Sport New Zealand. The Sentinel Homes Premier Hockey League, live.
Yes, hello and welcome back for hockey action in the 2020 Sentinel Homes Premier Hockey League here from the Gallagher Hockey Centre in Hamilton. And we have match number 10 coming up between the Northern Tridents and the Hauraki Mavericks. Both teams on 10 competition points. They are 4 points behind the Central Falcons, who earlier today beat the Alpiners 2-1. So big game coming up here. If we can find a winner out of these two teams, then it'll be the Falcons and the winner of this game who will be in the box seat going into Sunday's finals with one round of matches to come. Glenn Lama is my name, and it's a pleasure to welcome Brooke Neal back into the commentary for this match. And Brooke, this is going to be a cracking contest. We watched the Tridents Thursday a couple of weeks ago, wasn't it? Win 5-0 over the Mavericks. But I got a funny feeling this game's going to be a lot closer.
Yeah, it will be, Glenn, and I think also, you know, the first game is always a bit shaken off the cobwebs, and so I'm really looking forward to both teams. I think you've seen it as the competition's progressed, they have really shown their skills over time and come together as teams.
And the Mavericks coming off a win off the Alpiners yesterday by 1-0. Not a lot in that game, but they got the score. And the Tridents coming off a loss, their first loss of the competition against the Falcons, a game which they actually dominated without actually getting the goals into the back of the net. So it'll be interesting to see that dynamic at play and see the Tridents come back into how they come back today.
Yeah, it will be interesting. I think whenever you lose a game, you've always got that little bit of extra oomph. So I think watch the third quarter maybe. My guess is it'll be the decider. All right, we'll see. So the Tridents and the Mavericks still completing their warm-ups ahead of this clash. Lots of Black Sticks players against Vantage Black Sticks players playing in this contest. 7 in the Tridents team and 9 in the Mavericks. And of course there's Stacey Mickelson, who is the most capped Black Sticks player of all time. And she is captaining this team once again today, wearing number 8. Let's have a look at the changes. Yes, Ella Gunson's not playing today, number 14. Big loss. She's been in very good form at the back. Jess Pillman misses out today as well, number 21. Other than that, it's a pretty strong team about to feature today with Kirsten Pearce back in the lineup today after missing yesterday's game. She, of course, one of the strikers in the Vantage Black Sticks team at the moment. So that's the Tridents team. Here's the Mavericks team, captained by Liz Thompson. She had a wonderful match yesterday. Really was a force at the back. So she's wearing 4. Taylor White, number 8, drops out today. So does Rose Cadell. She's picked up an injury and didn't feature in the second half of yesterday's contest against the Alpiners. So a couple of changes there for them today. So Brianna Catley comes back into the lineup today for the Hauraki Mavericks. So all in readiness for a game which should be a really good contest, and I'm pleased to say, although I don't have 100% confidence when I say this, that we're looking like, Brooke, we might get through this game unscathed without any more rain, but I've probably just put the mockers on all of us, eh? Yeah, I think so. I'm pretty happy with the cover here, but I do feel for the girls if it does start raining.
So here we go, and we'll look at these squads in a bit more detail, and the umpires, of course, for this clash. Kelly Hudson on the right there. Kelly Hudson from Tauranga, off to the Olympics next year. And Lani Jackman from Waikato. Of course, her partner Bevan is an umpire as well, and we'll see him back next week when the men's competition resumes. So here's Brooke Roberts. 6 games for the Black Sticks, wearing 1 for the Northern Tridents. The other keeper in the team, Madeline Williamson. Ella Hyatt-Brown, a 23-year-old, wearing 3. Rose Tynan's been in excellent form up front. She must be pressing hard for a Black Sticks call-up. Izzy Gill, Steph Dickens, who's been solid at the back for the Tridents. Samantha Polovnikov is wearing number 7. She's a striker. There's Stacey Mickelson, 287 games for the Black Sticks. 11-year veteran of the team. Catherine Moffat, Clodagh McCullough, wearing 10. Erin Goad, 45 games for the Black Sticks. She's wearing 11. We've got the Dorr sisters out there again, Maddie Dorr and Katie Dorr. She's wearing 15, and between them, Kayla Reid is playing this game as well. Kate Ivory, a defensive player, and Olivia Crum likewise. And the team is rounded out by the exciting Tyler Lynch, Sophie Hildersley and Kirsten Pearce, who are all attacking players. And Kirsten Pearce completing the lineup. You might notice, folks, too, that each of the Tridents players is wearing a black band around their legs. That's in honour of the passing of Kirsten Pearce's grandfather recently. So commiserations to the Pearce family. But a nice touch by the Tridents today to honour a family member. Here is the Mavericks team. They have 9 Black Sticks, including the goalkeeper, Grace O'Hanlon. There she is, just running past camera now. Lulu Tuilotalava is wearing 3. Liz Thompson, of course, the mainstay of the Black Sticks team. Ali Hunt has been in good form at the back. Julia King, she's been a defensive player primarily in this Mavericks team so far. Maddie Dow, Alia Jacks, Black Sticks players. Eva Zylstra, number 10. Kendra Pert Anderson. Kim Tanner, been very good at the back again for the Mavericks. She has played 35 games, the 28-year-old, for the Vantage Black Sticks. Sophie Morrison, Lydia Woods and Amelia Marlowe. Promising players coming through the system. Taryn Davey back out there today. 63 games, debut back in 2016 for the Black Sticks. And the team's completed by Alex Lucan, Amy Robinson and Tori Robinson. And I touched on Brianna Catley getting the call up, the young Aucklander, just 19 years of age. Mark Borges, the coach of the Mavericks, and Jude Menezes, the coach of the Tridents. And the start of the game is coming up right after this.
A new home is one of life's great adventures. Sentinel will help you enjoy the journey. Sentinel Homes. Design, build, enjoy.
How about that? Shake, rattle, and roll.
Well, here we go, folks. We're all set now for a start in the hockey, and it's the Northern Tridents against the Hauraki Mavericks in the Sentinel Homes Premier Hockey League. Mavericks in the orange, the Tridents in the blue. Both teams on 10 competition points. Falcons leading the way on 14. It's going to be the Mavericks with the first possession in the game. And Tanner in possession as the Tridents press and look for early turnover ball, which they have secured through Kate Ivory. These games have been quite tight in the second round so far, Brooke. It's been good to see the Alpiners lift in standard. Even though they haven't had any wins, they've been very competitive.
Yeah, I think the key for all teams will just be to string some passes together. In the first 30 seconds, there's been a couple of turnovers, so I think the team that can sort of start passing the ball well and string maybe more than 5 passes together will see maybe the first goal.
There's McCullough for the Tridents. Back it goes. Of course, the Tridents were very good early, and they'll want the ball at Mickelson's stick as much as possible.
It's always a tricky one because she's going to be one that you want to shut out of the game, and you often have more than one player trying to mark her. So yeah, do you keep giving her the ball, or do you sometimes lay it off to someone else who might be free?
Yeah, well, the Falcons did a good job of keeping her quiet yesterday in that game, and that's just bounced up off the stick there of Katie Dorr, or Kayla Reid rather, and Mavericks back in possession here. However, Mickelson did score the goal yesterday for the Tridents. So
she doesn't need many opportunities to get one in there.
And speaking of which, here's an opportunity for the Mavericks perhaps. Tridents just struggling a little bit to clear this away with any authority as Mickelson reverses it into the circle. The Mavericks, well, early pressure on them. Yeah, love an early goal here. We've had some quiet first halves the last couple of days on the goal scoring front. So
I think they're doing the right idea there, though, trying to bring it back and around away from congestions. It's often easy to just keep going up one side, and so the intent is there. It's just the execution at the moment.
Look at all the Tridents players pressing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, working away on that Mavericks defence at the moment. They're still staying quite high up the pitch, Brooke, aren't they?
Yeah, I think that's also a really good option for Liz Thompson to aerial that left-hand pocket. You're really hard to get out of.
Davey here on the ball. It's a good run from Taryn Davey. Mavericks coming down now, but they've lost it, and it's going to be Trident's ball again. Now Mickelson in a bit of space. Thompson working. We saw a great battle between Mickelson and Whitelock yesterday, and now we've got an opportunity for the Tridents on the ball here. Still in. Tynan's got it. Peels for a penalty corner, and there gets the tick from the umpire. And so the first penalty corner goes to the team in blue.
I think there's a bit of confusion there because I think the Mavericks thought it might have been lifted too high, maybe. It's always a bit hard without video referral. I guess we can look back on the screen, but
it is. That's a bit, but that's it. Of course, it's such a part of the modern game now, isn't it?
I think the refs really enjoy having that sort of backup, but it is hard reffing without video referrals.
So Mickelson will take it. Moffat and Dickens wait. Mickelson fires out. It's going to be Moffat. He's going to play it for herself, and it's deflected away off Davey. So it's going to be a long corner. By Lynch. They get a touch, it didn't. So, in fact, it was Hype Brown playing it in there. So the Mavericks defend the penalty corner and the next play. And there goes Thompson. Gives one for Amy Robinson to chase.
I think they've just done a substitution here for the Tridents up the right-hand side, so they might have an extra player on that right side. So if they can find that.
Yeah, Ivory's waiting, and she's got it now. Kate Ivory. Around Jacks. And now Ivory, good pass. Here's an opportunity for Hype Brown into the circle, reverse stick, and it's deflected away. But nice attack there from the Tridents, Brooke. You can see it, can't you? The vision on the right here. Well
I'm
done.
not sure the audience can if they're just focused on the ball, but yeah, it's good to see some hockey again.
Oh, good play from Pearce. And flying in there was a teammate, but wasn't a bad option there from Pearce. There was Rose Tynan. She had a really strong game yesterday.
With the Pro League format at the moment, it's actually really hard to back up game to game, and we're used to playing. Oh, here comes
Mickelson stolen the ball. Pearce on her right, couple other players there too, as Mickelson weaves her way into the circle and scores! Stacey Mickelson gets one past O'Hanlon, and the golden touch of Stacey Mickelson continues. What a great run, Brooke.
Yeah, I think Grace will be disappointed with that one.
Oh, yeah,
she's touched the inside of her pads, but it is a tricky angle.
Oh, great run from Mickelson, but the value there of getting the ball on target. You never know what's going to happen, so it's an early lead for the Tridents. They lead 1-0. And now Lynch putting the foot down, and here's the goal scorer Mickelson. That's her fourth goal, and there's an early pass, a brilliant pass. The Tridents hot on attack again. O'Hanlon being called into action. It's a free hit to the Mavericks. Yeah, this is Stacey Mickelson's only her third game, Brooke, and she's already got 4 goals.
I guess that comes with the territory being New Zealand's most capped.
Yeah, most capped player, of course, and she loves scoring goals as well.
It's great to see her out there in baby blue, representing Northland.
Absolutely, and here she is, Mickelson again. Trying to squeeze around a couple more defenders. Almost did a brilliant job there, didn't she? And it was Zylstra just getting back there. Now Jacks. Cut out by Dickens. He's having a strong tournament. And it's kept in field just, but it's back in Mavericks' possession.
Seems that the Mavericks might be struggling to mark as well as maybe they would have liked to. Have let a couple of breakaways go, which normally you'd be accountable man-to-man, but it'll be interesting to see if their tactics change for the next quarter.
Here's Thompson. Feeding Jacks. Now a chance down this end. It's Tui Lotolava. Oh, she did a good cross, but it just crept over that Maverick stick. If that was able to be capitalised on, something could have happened there for the Mavericks. And here comes Mickelson again. Kirsten Pearce was her target. In fact, that's Polovnikov up there. Jacks. Catley. The Mavericks getting a couple more opportunities now in that Tridents half. Ali Hunt on the ball. Back from Zylstra, and Mavericks just playing the patient game at the moment. Trapped nicely in the end by Lydia Woods, who comes forward here. She's being pressured by Katie Dorr. Free hit given to the Mavericks. Tui Lotolava on the edge of the circle. Wins the free hit. Zylstra has it. Still going to be Mavericks ball. They come to Tanner. Jack's out wide, cuts back in. Good run. Played it into Moffat, but she's lifted it into Moffat. Umpire Hudson. Easy call for her to make there. And now Katie Dorr. Polovnikov. Nice tackle from Hunt. That was a beauty. Tuilotalava. She had a strong game yesterday for the Mavericks in their 1-0 win over the Alpiners. Hunt. There's Tanner across to Julia King. Nice turn from Jacks. This is a direct path up the middle, but Moffat's onto it for the Tridents. Well, she's passed it straight to Liz Thompson. Turnover. Thompson with the gas. It's been lifted there. Here's Moffat again. Now Mickelson. Able to turn very quickly, and that's a wonderful pass. That's why she's so good, Stacey Mickelson. She's got great vision, creates space not only for herself but for her teammates. Now Thompson is also very good in that area, and there was an example of it. It's cut out, and now it's fed away from McCullough. Olivia Crum. If you just joined us, 1-0 is the score, and it was scored by Stacey Mickelson from the field. And
it's interesting now how they're sort of just falling away and not putting any pressure on. I guess there's not long to go in this quarter, but that's a win for them, I guess, slowing it down.
Perfect for the Tridents. They would have been a bit disturbed, I guess, from yesterday's game in some ways, not winning it, but in other aspects, Brooke, they would have been pretty pleased with the amount of opportunities they created. They dominated possession in that game as well. Sometimes it happens, doesn't it?
Yeah, I also think when you're attacking a lot, sometimes it doesn't take as much energy as when you're constantly defending the whole game, and so perhaps that's given them a little bit more fresh legs today, who knows.
That's right. And you know, there's maybe lacking a little polish in yesterday's game, but you know, the chance to back it up today.
Strikers watching might disagree with me that attacking is easier work. I didn't mean to offend anyone.
Here's Jax. On there now was Pert Anderson and Tanner. Mavericks coming forward, but again it's Mickelson cutting it out. She's drifted over to the left, and away she goes again. And beautiful pass, lovely control. And now Katie Dorr. Two players up front there, waiting in the circle for any opportunity. Kayla Reid was one of them. Tynan, she's really good reverse stick player. Oh, that was a slick trick, wasn't it, from Jax? And now Amy Robinson's away. Two players supporting her. It's a good pass from Robinson.
Great vision.
Davey plays it forward to Tuilotalava on the edge of the circle. Tuilotalava, great run. This is danger signs for the Tridents. And they've got out of it though. But that was good. That was better from the Mavericks, wasn't it? Mickelson. What a pass. What a play. This is Lynch. Lynch feeds it in. There's a chance. Saved by O'Hanlon. What a cracking stop that was.
They almost had a 3-on-1 there. I think they're pretty unlucky that wasn't a sure goal.
Well, O'Hanlon has kept her team in it there. Some great keeping. Of course, the keeper's the ultimate defender, Brooke, eh? You probably don't agree with me when I say that, but You've still got to get it
take
past
my
the
hat
keeper.
off to the goalkeepers, that's for sure.
But that was a great attack, which is all came from Mickelson. What a game she's having. This is Pearce. Pearce playing it in. That's Tynan again. Keep your eye on Tynan. She's got a really good reverse stick shot. And a cross. She nailed several yesterday in that loss to the Falcons. Dickens. Can't find Tynan on that occasion.
Right idea, searching forward. I think sometimes it's good to mix it up.
Mavericks coming away here. Now, Amy Robinson's not going to be able to catch up with that one. Interesting to see Mickelson switch to the left midfield position now. It's good. Always keeps oppositions guessing, doesn't it? When you switch your star player from one side to the other side of the field. So that's the end of the first quarter. Just the one goal in it, scored by Stacey Mickelson for the Tridents. And they lead it 1-0. Well, Brooke, you played with Stacey a lot of your games in international. What's she like to play with? Must be a dream.
It's definitely great playing with her. I can't say practicing and training against her, and well, yeah, I'm lucky enough to have played with her with Northland as well, so we actually didn't play a lot against each other. I do know that she is one easy player to find on the field, often always offering a pass, offering an option, and she's got me out of a lot of tricky defensive situations, that's for sure.
Well, she basically scored that, well, she did. She scored it all on her own there. She intercepted the ball, created space on the other side of the goal, and then belted it home. So here's one more look at it, cutting it out. But O'Hanlon won't want to look at the replay, will she? I mean, she probably, you know, she saved that other one, which we just saw. She should have probably saved that one in hindsight, which is what we're looking at right now. This is a fantastic stop here from O'Hanlon. Lynch with the cross, and then Pearce it was just trying to lift it over the keeper, but she just got that last little fingernails on it to clear it away.
I think what you don't see often when you're watching TV is actually just how tall Grace is.
She's
probably
tall
about
player.
6 foot, and that really helps her when she goes down like that to be able to have that length in her arms to be able to reach up and save that.
So let's have a look at the CCL stats. Shots on goal, well, already 6 for the Tridents. Just the one penalty corner in the game so far, but the circle entries, that's got to be a concern for Mark Borges, the coach there. 12 in the first quarter, that's almost 1 a minute.
I think the most interesting thing from the Mavericks is they seem to be scrambling on defence and often finding themselves outnumbered. So I think if the midfielders can stay marking and not let themselves get eliminated, then they'll be able to stay in the contest a lot more.
Well, in some respects, the Mavericks have done well to just concede the one goal based on what those stats are at the moment. They have scrambled quite well. Liz Thompson hasn't really gone into the game yet for the Mavericks. The ball was at her stick frequently in their win over the Alpiners, but not so far in this contest. Davey, good work from her as she fires it back to Tanner. And now the Mavericks can come forward, and Thompson puts the afterburners on, but she can't catch up with that one. There's Ivory over there. Gives it to Dickens. Alec Gunson not there today, but so far hasn't been too much of an issue for the Tridents. Now there's a turnover, and now Julia King, who has excellent stick work, has it. Thompson, nice turn. Tuilo Tolava on her right, but she goes left and can't link up with Sophie Morrison.
I think that vision from Julia King is something that is world class, really. She's got such good vision on the ball to be able to thread those passes.
Yeah, another one's in really good touch at the moment. And we're going to actually have a chat to the Vantage Black Sticks women's coach after half-time here on the broadcast. Graham Shaw's going to join us. Interesting to see what he has to say about the form of the key players that, of course, will form the basis of that Olympic squad next year, and of course the program coming up prior to the Olympics. So Graham Shaw coming on the program just after half time. Turned over here, and Julia King being hounded by Maddie Dorr, but King will get the free hit. It goes to Tui Lotolaba. That's great control and a good turn. And the pass almost gathered there by Taryn Davey.
It is interesting, most of their pressers, the Mavericks, they are falling away, and I think that's probably because they have had a few counter-attacks where they've been outnumbered. I just know, often that mindset means that they're falling away, they're not trying to have a go, which sometimes is counter to what they're trying to achieve.
Nicely brought down to deck. It's good play from Hildersley, but she has lost it over the baseline. So it's going to be Liz Thompson on it, and she goes aerial, but she hasn't executed that one as quite as she would have liked to Maddie Dow.
It's good distance. It's often just the accuracy, but to get it to halfway is, in the women's game, that's what you're sort of after for distance.
This is Ella Hyatt-Brown. Nicholson the target of that pass. Kim Tanner. Good pressure here from the Tridents, making it difficult for the Mavericks to bring it out, and it's worked again, that defence. Jack's good cut out from her. Now King gets the free hit to Julia King. Lucan on the ball here for the Mavericks.
I think the Tridents are doing a really good job in this quarter, especially on...
Tynan into the circle, saved by O'Hanlon. Here's the ricochet to Hildersley. Here's the reverse stick shot. Hanlon called on again. Well, it's excellent goalkeeping from O'Hanlon. Now Mickelson has it, crashes it in. And it's finally up, but it's still going to be Trident's ball. Some pretty decent pressure on the Mavericks there, Brooke. Here's Hyatt-Brown. Works into the circle again. Tynan, and it's O'Hanlon again. Getting pounded at the moment, and there's a penalty corner.
Yeah, as I was saying before, I think the Tridents are really pushing them and keeping them, the Mavericks on that one side. And so often when you get trapped on that side, that does lead to that turnover, which has now resulted in a penalty corner, because there is actually quite a lot of space for the Mavericks to come up the left-hand side, but it's often just because they've got a good press on.
Yeah, their press has been really good, hasn't it? The Tridents. And it's been a big focus in this contest. So here's Mickelson again with 10 to play in this first half. It's Dickens. Oh, she was going for that little deflect pass to Sophie Hildersley there.
That's such a tough one to get right if you haven't had the time to practice together, which often these teams probably only had a few opportunities to practice those set plays. Everyone runs so differently.
So Thompson goes high again, but it's going to be Trident's ball. So excellent defensive pressure up the field from the Tridents. It's giving them opportunities. Dickens. And Moffat at the back again for the Tridents. Ivory with a one-touch pass. Tanner trying to control it, but she's lost it. Into the circle come the Tridents again. This time Jax comes away with it. Can't find a teammate. And this is Tynan. Great little pass, creates problems for the Mavericks defence once more. Hildersley. Here's a shot on target, and Pearce on it. That's into the pads of O'Hanlon again. Wow, this pressure is intense from the Tridents. I don't know how the Mavericks haven't conceded a second goal, Brooke.
That was great from Kirsten Pearce to be able to have that control and get that shot away.
She got good power on that shot, didn't she? Well, I don't know what O'Hanlon's being paid in goal, but I think they should double her salary. She's doing pretty well at the moment, Grace O'Hanlon. And I was just thinking if the Mavericks can pinch one at the other end, then I can thank O'Hanlon. Now, here's Tynan. There she goes, bashing it in. That's not a bad ball, and thumping the turf in frustration was Katie Dorr.
I think all she had to do there is probably just trap it, and then would have been a really good opportunity there.
Katie Dorr, just 18 years old, already has played 15 games for New Zealand. But the Tridents, they're playing very well at the moment. Brooke, aren't they, Mavericks?
I think the Mavericks are just trying to string some passes together, but Tridents are doing really well to intercept those balls and stop them from flowing.
Kirsten Pearce plays into the legs there of Hunt. Jax has got that one now. This could open up for the Mavericks. Tuilotalava in front of her, and she gets it from Jax. Here's Tuilotalava across the face of goal. Not able to get there to tap it in, Catley. But that was good play from Alia Jax.
Yeah, she's a speedster. I think Lulu was, it's a pretty hard angle to shoot from, but might have another crack here.
Here she comes again, coming forward. Moving nicely into her work at the moment. The Zylstra. And now Marlowe. Zylstra does really well. Plays it in, but no one there to jump on that one.
I think at some point the Mavericks are going to have to get more aggressive on their press if they want to start intercepting those balls.
Yeah, take a leaf out of the Tridents book, eh? Here comes Dickens. Polovnikov just tried to guide it to Kirsten Pearce, but the Mavericks were onto that one in a flash. And here they come passing around, and a good press again from the Tridents. Ends up with the ball inside the Mavericks half. Keep it in the field of play, Izzy Gill. Well, again, the Mavericks deep within their own quarter. Julia King
does well to get out of that press.
Now Tuilotalava chases that one, but Moffat has it under control for the Tridents. Nice interception from King. Now they try and win it. Julia King putting pressure on Moffat here. It's worked out beautifully. There's a reverse stick shot. Saved by the keeper, not cleared. And it is now. So Brooke Roberts, not a lot of authority in that save, but she stopped it. Now here comes Davey into the circle again. Penalty corner. Umpire Hudson.
Sometimes I think that's all it takes for the momentum to shift is a penalty corner, stoppage in play. 4 minutes left on the clock in this half, and so I think if they could score here, it'll really even things up.
That was good work from Taryn Davey to provide the opportunity for Catley. And now the penalty corner. It's incredible how momentum can shift so quickly on a hockey pitch, Brooke. Because the Tridents have been all over the Mavericks, and then just in that last 30 seconds to a minute, it's changed.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it is. So this is the first penalty corner for the Mavericks. Who's the target here? It's Julia King. There's the pass to Hunt. Hunt's reverse sticking there. Stopped it. Still there. Goal! Well done. That was excellent composure in the circle by the Mavericks. And Zylstra has got the ball in. No. Hang on, it's Tori Robinson. Tori Robinson has got the goal. Well worked goal.
Some of the best penalty corner goals are often just a bit scrambly. And you stop sort of making the call and then you just start playing hockey, and that's where, because they're outnumbered, it's a really good opportunity.
Wow, nice dynamic to the game now with just under 4 to play until half time. Remember, both of these teams, if we get a winner, it'll be hugely influential in the outcome of this competition. 1 versus 2 in the grand final on Sunday. And the Falcons are the other team watching this contest very closely, I suspect, with that team in the box seat after a 2-1 win over the Alpiners earlier today. Of course, if this game ends in a draw, Brooke, then the penalty shootout becomes hugely important as well, with an extra competition point up for grabs. So let's see if we get that. That's a great tackle. That's Lynch. She's fast. And she gives away the free hit there. Jack's almost losing it, but winning the free hit. Alex Lucan, member of the Black Sticks development squad, so she's on the cusp of a full international call-up if she can find some good form in these last few games. Mickelson back on the pitch. There she goes, squeezing between 2 players. Kind of expected from her. 50-metre run for Mickelson. Flicks it nicely to Lynch, who can't control it.
I think that's the difference there between the two teams, is when Stacey beats 1 or 2 players, then that's when the outnumbering happens.
Yeah. And now an opportunity here for McCullough. She did well there, McCullough, to feed Sophie Hildersley. Ellie Hunt on her. Clodagh McCullough to inbound this. Thompson. Pretty much the play you want to bring the ball out of your own quarter every time. Just a bit like Mickelson, can find a path through some congestion.
She's just quite strong on the ball. It's good stick skills.
Yes, Tynan with a beautiful pass. Lynch! Oh, close call, penalty corner. I was just thinking, if you ever get trapped on the motorway, you want Liz Thompson or Stacey Mickelson at the wheel, Brooke, because they'll always find a way through, right? Penalty corner here to the Tridents.
You don't think Liz Thompson's had great luck with sometimes breaking down on the motorway?
Oh, really?
Quite literally in her car, not on the hockey field.
Oh, really? Okay. Oh, it's always rotten luck, isn't it? When you have a breakdown on the motorway. Right, here's Mickelson to deliver. Keep your eye on Mickelson too. She might hover near that near post for a little bit of a deflection. Oh, it's not trapped. The opportunity goes begging. Or does it? Still there. Great recovery from the Tridents to at least get the shot away, but the trap from Erin Goad would have been a bit of an issue for her. Thompson comes away now, Jacks. King demanding the ball. We're inside the last minute of this first half. King. Nice pace again from Julia King. Good stick work to go around Ella Hyatt-Brown. McCullough, though, does well. Thompson. She'll get in there to crash it in with just a few seconds to go until half-time. She's lost it, and look at the pace that Lynch has. just explodes out of the blocks. And a card's coming out here for Amy Robinson. So she'll spend the next 2 minutes on the sideline. Now Jax takes it quickly, and now Goad has it. Feeding Hildersley. And Tanner rescues it. And that'll do it. So a timely stick there from Tanner.
I think that was a bit unlucky with that card. I think she knew she was in the wrong spot, just didn't know how to get out of the way.
Well, that's right. But the upshot of that is basically there'll be 2 minutes. The first 2 minutes of the third quarter will be the Mavericks down a player, but it's game on here. What a terrific contest we have. It's 1-1 between the Tridents and the Mavericks.
A new home is one of life's great adventures. Sentinel will help you enjoy the journey. Sentinel Homes. Design, build, enjoy.
Introducing the new Ford Escape ST Line X. Packed with the latest features so you can get moving, do more and go further. Now available with the Ford Assured Future Value Finance offer. Simply pick your payment plan and at the end of the term choose if you want to keep your Ford Escape, return your Ford Escape or upgrade to a new Ford. Easy. Ford. Bring on tomorrow.
So, Egypt, exciting.
It's been my lifelong dream to see the sunrise over the pyramids. Oh, it's silly, really.
Not at all. The room, it must be 502.
More than ever, we need our parents to be more supportive so we can go out there and have some fun. We're on a mission to find some of our most famous sport parents. To give our parents some helpful advice. So do you think you'll be able to help us out?
Absolutely. When I played sport, it was all about having fun.
Talk about the effort they win and not about the fact that they won the game.
Try and encourage our kids to get involved in as many sports as possible.
We want to build kind, strong, resilient athletes.
They see and watch your behaviour all the time. They see everything.
Don't pressurise them and trying to make them improve too quickly.
Kids coming in with a lot of overtraining injuries.
They're not supposed to know how to have the winning mindset at the age of 12.
If they come off that field or come off that court with a smile on their face, then I'm a happy man.
We came up with 10 golden rules for being an awesome sport parent.
To check them out,
go to besportive.kiwi.
Well, it's half-time here at the Gallagher Hockey Centre, and we're beautifully poised for a really cracking second half between the Tridents and the Mavericks. 1-1. Stacey Mickelson getting the goal for the Tridents in the first quarter, and the Mavericks equaliser coming through Tori Robinson. And can't underestimate the importance of the result of this match on the competition table. So a lot to play for both teams in the second half. Let's get some halftime reaction now and go down to Matt Williams from Hockey New Zealand.
Jude Menendez, coach of the Northern Tridents. You created a lot of opportunities in the first half. How do you turn that into points in the second half?
Yeah, we just talked about getting outcomes in the circle. So once we hit that circle, we need to come away with a penalty corner or some outcome. So that's the discussion we've had. So we need to translate that possession into now outcomes in the circle.
And what else? What other messages have you given to the side ahead of the second half?
We've asked them to be patient, stay composed, because they're sitting they're sitting deeper on the field. So we've got space. We're not being rushed at the moment. We just ask for more patience and composure to build the attacks rather than try to force attacks.
Thanks and good luck for the second half.
Thanks.
So Jude Menez is there, very clear on what he thinks his team needs to do as they bounce back from a loss yesterday against the Central Falcons, and they look to capitalise again in the second half. All right, let's get some reaction from the other side of the equation now. Let's go back down to Matt, and he has with him some Mavericks reaction.
Mark Borges, head coach of the Hauraki Mavericks. How important was that goal on the halftime break?
Yeah, well, goals are always important, mate. So doesn't really matter which one, but it's important to make that goal because it brings us back in the game. You could see that they were punching through and creating more and more opportunities. So scoring a goal at the right moment is a very wise thing to do for a squad.
And what messages have you given to the side to try and change that momentum in the second half?
Well, actually, I didn't give any messages. I asked my players to give the messages to each other. But one of the things we did discuss is we wanted to sit a bit deeper, not to allow them to have too much space. Like with players like Stacey, when she is on speed and then she's loose and we're in trouble. So we need to make sure we eliminate that space for her and make it just a bit harder for her.
Thanks and good luck for the second half.
Oh, thank you.
So there we are, Mark Borges, the coach there of the Mavericks. Now here are the goals, and this is Mickelson at her best, intercepting the pass, creating space on the right, and then finishing under the legs there of O'Hanlon. Other than that miss of O'Hanlon's actually had a really good half of hockey. She pulled off later on in the half, pulled off a number of fantastic stops, but that one there, not pretty from her perspective. But Mickelson scores her fourth goal of this tournament, and then we saw the Mavericks strike back with a lot of composure from this penalty corner. Could have easily had a crack there, and then finally we did see the opportunity, just flicked in nice and calmly there by Tori Robinson, who found the ball at her stick off the penalty corner, which ended with Julia King just passing it to the right, and then Ali Hunt with the shot, but Tori Robinson made the best out of a bad situation there, perhaps, from the Mavericks, and you can see the light on the team in the orange and the black to equalise. So that's where we are, 1-1, and let's have a look at the CCL stats now. So 1-1, 14 shots on goal already for the Tridents, and those circle entries continually rising. So 11 in the second quarter, 23-6. It's a huge number, different number there between the two teams, and possession pretty even in the contest so far. So fingers crossed we get some good weather for the second half. And it's a real pleasure to welcome in the Vantage Black Sticks women's coach now into the commentary, Graham Shaw. Graham, welcome.
Oh, thank you very much.
First of all, you must be just off the charts with excitement to even see your players playing after what's been a pretty rotten year for all of us.
Yeah, very challenging. So I haven't really seen the girls in this kind of light since March when we played Argentina. I think it was on the 1st of March. So yeah, absolutely chuffed we can get some high level competition, and the girls are playing well, some good stuff. And it's going to be a tight second half here.
Well, you've been watching all of these games, I suspect, with an absolute fine-tooth comb because you've got a squad to pick, haven't you, Graham, very soon? And I understand it's coming up before Christmas. So what are you looking at primarily from all the players playing in the 4 teams that we've seen in this competition?
Yeah, I mean, the first thing we're looking at is the type of character, the type of people we have out there, and that's, where we go first is those people that are going to work incredibly hard and going to be very disciplined and have a very selfless approach to the team, and and put the team first in front of everybody else. From a playing point of view, we're looking at various different things, obviously depending on what position you play. If you're in that defensive line, we're just looking for quality skill sets, the ability to pass out of the back, play with a lot of composure, but understand the structure really well. And you can see it here with some of the players of real quality, can, just playing a little bit above other players where their structure is really, really good and makes it difficult for the opposition. We're looking for real power in the midfield, real midfield players that can carry and possess a real attacking threat. We don't want players going backwards and sideways. We want to play the Black Sticks way, and that's really putting teams on the back foot, and that's the midfielders we're looking for, and the same really in the attacking line. We're just looking for those players that enjoy those 1v1 situations and like to take a bit of responsibility in the front 50 and really have a go and put it up to teams. So it's going to be a difficult selection, which we'll do next week. So it's always difficult to leave people out. Well, hopefully we get the right 25. So
25 being picked. So it's pretty cutthroat because I think in all, as we watch Taryn Davey play it forward to Sophie Morrison here for the Mavericks. So 25. You've got, I think in this game alone, there's 16 who have played full international hockey, and in the previous game we got 17, so that's 33, and then there's a couple of injured players, of course, as well, like Sam Charlton, Ella Gunson not playing today, and a couple of others who have also, I guess you would have liked, but are not available at the moment. So you've got some brutal selections coming up, Graham, haven't you?
Yeah, some difficult ones. I think what's key next year as well, with a little bit of unknown what the program is going to look like, is we put people in positions they're very comfortable with. So it's not a year to be experimenting and trying to expose people in different positions. So we're trying to find the best players for the best positions and not really use it, as I said, as an experimental year. So those players you've mentioned, there's a big number of players going for those 25s, and it's certainly not going to be easy. And I don't know if you can answer this as we watch Julia King come out of it here, but if you don't make this national squad, Graham, before Christmas, is your Olympic dream over, or is there still a chance next year that you could get back into the team? Yeah, I think there's always a chance. I mean, what we want to do is make sure that we're bringing the best athletes to the Tokyo Games next July. So if somebody really is displaying superb form a little bit during the year, and we've noticed that, of course, we're going to give them the opportunity where they can come in and train with the squad. And it's happened many times. Many times people miss out on the squad and they end up making the Olympic team. Just hold the phone here. Here's Mickelson with a shot. Saved by O'Hanlon. Mickelson wanting to get it back again. And it's calmly moved out to Tanner by Julia King. That's good work from her. And in the end, the Mavericks, well, the threat hasn't vanished completely, because the Tridents still have the opportunity here to build. But that was a lovely pass to Mickelson. She's so dangerous, isn't she? Yeah. She's unbelievable. She's without a doubt in the top 2-3 players in the world right now, and probably has for a number of years. Her acceleration, her ability to eliminate players and put teams on the back foot is just absolutely exceptional. And you want to see her in training. It's quite a scary watch sometimes. That's the thing with those players, isn't it? As we just saw Rose Tynan miss an opportunity up front there. They train like they play the very best, don't they, Graham? It's actually quite inspiring to watch. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what colour jersey they've got on, whether it's club, provincial or regional like we're seeing here, or international. They just go 100%, and it's quite inspiring. Now here's Hyatt Brown coming into the attacking quarter again here for the Tridents. But good work here by the Mavericks. And now Liz Thompson. That's a good pass. And now Catley, as the Mavericks enter into the attacking circle. But Dickens bringing out of defence quite nicely here is Hildersley.
comes down now for the Tridents. So, Graham, the other thing is the program, of course, for the Vantage Black Sticks next year, and I guess it's all up in the air at the moment, isn't it? But if we can stay, virus-free here in New Zealand, do you see opportunities coming regardless of, the state of the virus elsewhere?
Yeah, most certainly. I mean, we're going to start back training, I think, on the 11th of January is the date, and and hopefully we get a clean run at it. Well, as you mentioned, other nations maybe might have a little bit of a stop-start season, which they've already had. And
hang on. Here's an opportunity for the Mavericks off Thompson's pass, but unfortunately she just couldn't quite time a shot there, Lydia Woods, and Dickens clear. Sorry, Graham.
Yeah, well, I mean, at the present moment, we've got a lot of the European teams in lockdown.
Yeah.
They are being allowed to train as a national team, but actually not playing any club games, and that's sometimes where they get that advantage. It's just exposing themselves to top-level hockey week in, week out for a whole season. So, yeah, as you say, we can get training from January. We can get an early run teams. They're not going to be training in Europe in early January. It's too cold. So we can train hard through January and February. We're looking to play a North versus South in February, which will be an opportunity again for anybody who doesn't make the 25. And that's really a real outstanding opportunity really for them, because we'll play 5 games over an 8-day period to simulate a little bit what the Olympic Games will look like, and that's kind of really the start of where we go on a 6-week block where we then go into that North versus South, and then we have a lot of camps through March, April, May and June to get us ready for July.
What about Australia? I mean, things seem to be improving over there at the moment. Can you see an opportunity to play Australia before the Olympic Games?
Yeah, very much. At the moment, we have 3 programs kind of that are kind of sitting there. So one, obviously, things being a bit all normal, but I think that's probably pie in the sky stuff. So, I think the realistic option right now is that the Australian bubble will open up, and we'll definitely set up a series against them in April, series against them in May, and then again in June with a warm weather camp possibly in Australia. So that's really where the hope lies. What
a great pass to Tui Lotalava. Now on the far post was Brie Catley, and Tui Lotalava couldn't get the pass to her. It was well cut out by the Tridents. Now Hunt's going to crash this one in, but again it's defended nicely by Dickens and kept in the field of play. No, Hunt in there trying to win the ball there off Kayla Reid. So good work from both teams actually on that occasion. As we go back to Woods here, and it's going to be Lucan to build from the back again. We'll keep on eye on this game. No change to the halftime score as Tyler Lynch comes away with it for the Tridents. All right, Graham, well, look, thanks very much for popping up. Number 1, we're looking forward to that team coming out before Christmas on the national squad for the Vantage Black Sticks women's team coming out before Christmas. And just finally, you've actually been the assistant coach of the men's Tridents team for the first round, and you've got some games coming up next week. How you enjoying the challenge of coaching men as well?
Yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it. I haven't coached the men's team in probably about 5 years. So, this Premier League's been absolutely fantastic. The level and quality of the hockey has been absolutely superb, and hopefully this is going to work really well now for us going forward. So looking forward again next weekend, and great set of lads, and hopefully we can get a few results.
Well, good luck with that, with Bryce Collins coaching that team, and of course you're the assistant. Good on you, Graham. Thanks for popping up, much appreciated. Graham Shaw there, folks. He's the Vantage Black Sticks women's coach, so we'll let him get back to being a selector. Sorry to interrupt you for a few minutes, but it's been great having you up in the air in the box. So Graham Shaw there. Brooke Neal's about to join us again for the rest of this third quarter with 6 minutes 30 to play. Still no change to the halftime score. And what have you made? I'm sure you've been watching this quarter so far. Brooke, what have you made of it so far?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think both teams have got a shot here. Obviously, 1-1 on the scoreboard. It's anyone's game. I don't know. I'm still staying true to my word. It'll be third quarter deciding.
Yeah, you could well be right, and that's an interception which could come into play here as Zylstra comes towards the circle again. Yeah, it really does feel like both teams have warmed nicely into this game now, and it's a fairly even contest. Wouldn't pick a winner at the moment. Maybe these next 3 or 4 minutes, 5 minutes before the end of the third quarter will decide it.
Selfishly, I'd quite enjoy watching shootouts.
Yes. Well, as I touched on earlier, who knows if we do go to a shootout, the winning team of the shootout, that one competition point could be the ultimate deciding factor come the end of Saturday ahead of Sunday's final. Now Mickelson has it.
As a defender, trying to keep her wide on the sideline as she moves at that pace. From experience, that is extremely difficult.
Mickelson the target of that pass. But King has to leave it because the infringements come from the Mavericks. It's Gill playing it forward. Target down there was Maddie Dorr. And Reed, it's off her stick, so the Mavericks have it again. Well, not able to link up there, Marlowe and Jax. So Moffat. Dickens settles it down at the back here. Tridents happy to take it towards the corner. Great little pass. Still working away though. The Mavericks have got it. Tuilotalava. But she's just handed it over. And a free hit is conceded. So Kayla Reid goes back to Moffat. Gill plays it forward, and that's Mickelson over there. Back in her right midfield position. Mickelson into the circle. Danger signs here for the Mavericks. Little flick almost goes in. O'Hanlon's two wonderful stops from her there. Wow.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive from Grace.
And the Mavericks get it before it gets into the circle. But again, Mickelson, boy, she asks a lot of questions. Let's have a look at this replay, Brooke. Watch the run of Mickelson here. Tries to flick it over O'Hanlon, who stopped it. And then this next stop was a beauty.
I actually think that one of the players stopped that first one on the line. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, maybe. Wow, whoever it was, well done. You know, you look back to those kind of moments.
Yeah, not a lot of thinking going on.
Yeah.
Just all reactions.
Yeah, but those are the moments that can decide matches. Jax was playing for the free hit there, didn't get it. Gill, that's Reed playing it forward. And she just overcooked that one a touch. Liz Thompson's back on. And now Julia King. Here's Ali Hunt. Oh, I didn't quite find Amy Robinson up front there. Of course, started this quarter on a green card. Davey. That's good work from Taryn Davey. How did she get through there? Now she puts the foot down. Tuilotalava can't control it. And Moffat has the ball. No, she didn't have it for too long. Now Thompson passes to Davey again, who created the opportunity in the first place. Hunt crashes it in, and she actually went for goal there, I reckon, or maybe the far post. Good work from the Mavericks, Brooke.
It's pretty brave from Moffat there to sort of just stand and wear whatever was coming. It's a great save, even though the keeper was behind her.
Tanner, back to King. Thompson. Just playing in a triangle at the moment until Tanner's pass to Hunt. Cross comes in. Almost deflected across the... Well, was deflected across the face. Long corner. There it is there. That was Hunt's shot. And Moffat, she actually deflected it down to fine leg for a single. It was nicely done.
That's one of the best sort of deflection shots you can do.
Yes. Made it look easy, in fact, on that replay. But nice little period here for the Mavericks. They absorbed that pressure at the other end. O'Hanlon pulled off Well, the team pulled off those 2 stops. This is great work into the circle here. No whistle, play on's the call. In the end, well defended by the Tridents. Mavericks will be hunting another turnover here. And they've got it. Oh, where's that gone off? It's gone off a stick from the Mavericks by Robinson, the goal scorer. That will give the Tridents the opportunity to build from the back once again.
I think Mark Borges, the coach of the Mavericks, has got that. Oh,
3/4 time.
I was going to say that Dutch sort of trying to fall away on the press, which is often what European teams do. And I think it's something that in New Zealand we actually need to practice more. So I think it's quite good that they're doing that.
Well, Borges and Coach Menezes have now got the job to find winners in this game for this team. No goals in that quarter, so we're still 1-1. But seriously, Brooke, I couldn't pick a winner of this.
Yeah, I think if you were to pick it off the first quarter, maybe the second, you would have said maybe Tridents, but Mavericks sort of held their own in that last quarter, and anything's possible. It's just whatever team really wants it more.
Feels like there's more goals, though, doesn't it?
You'd hope for spectators it's always good seeing goals.
There's this one again. It might have been a stick, in fact, from Lucan, I think, who might have got the stick nice and high and vertical. Let's have a look here as Mickelson's superb run. And then she just flicks the stick over and off it goes. And yes, there it is, Lucan with the stop. And then O'Hanlon, that save was good too. Teamwork at the back from the Mavericks. Look at that.
You think that those sorts of defensive players, that you get called crazy because you've got no pads on. You're literally standing behind the goalkeeper and thinking, well, I'm going to wear one here, otherwise they're going to score. So she did really well in that situation.
Well, circle entries, there's only 5 in that quarter now to the Trident, so that's tightened up a little bit from the Mavericks' perspective. But 17 shots on goal to 4 suggests maybe the score should be in the Trident's favour at the moment. And so the stats pretty much favouring the Northern team.
Goes to show O'Hanlon, especially if you're saving 17 shots on goal, they're doing a good job in defence, but also Tridents won't be happy with that conversion rate.
Well, actually, that conversion rate is very similar to the Falcons game yesterday for the Tridents. All the stats favoured the Northern Tridents in that game as well, but they lost 2-1. So here we are. This next 15 minutes will decide this contest. As Pierce comes forward. So will we... Well, any scenario's on the table, isn't it? Really not ruling anything out of this contest.
I don't think either team will be communicating to change much of what they're doing in this final quarter. I think it's just perhaps as we see the quarter go on, there might be a little bit more aggression from the Mavericks in their pressing and perhaps the Tridents too.
Dickens. Katie Dorr. And now sweeping it forward is McCullough. And it's still there, and the alarms are sounding because Stacey Mickelson's got the ball.
Watch how 4 of them have come off, to try and tackle, so that's where those spaces open up for other players.
And here's a chance. And it's deflected past the baseline at the near post. I think Pierce was hovering around there. Mickelson created the opportunity. Yeah, it was Pierce. You see her lurking at the near post there, couldn't get it on target. Oh, it's taken away by Hyatt Brown, who's coming forward. Reed in front of her. Reed has it. About a timely stick by Lucan. Again, Alex Lucan with an important play. Well, in fact, it's come off its Trident stick, so it's going to be Mavericks ball.
You see Tridents having a real crack here with the strikers being aggressive, keeping them on this one side again like they have been all game.
Yeah, 6 players in the Mavericks half from the Tridents at the moment. Tanner. Going back. Sometimes you've got to go back to go forwards. Thompson.
She does such a good job at opening up. She could have easily kept going left there, but to come bring it right. I think it's really good to change the point of attack.
Davey just couldn't find Kim Tanner. It's Ivory switching it over now for the Tridents. Moffat, good pass. It's a cracking pass. McCullough. Mickelson. Chance to run at the defence once more. Mickelson flicks it. And there's a shot that was a bit high.
I think that was Lucan again. I don't know if she volunteered to be put in the way of that one.
Yeah, she might have a bit of a war wound tomorrow. Alex Lucan. That was fiercely hit, wasn't it? Boom. She's tough, Alex Lucan. Tridents through Rose Tynan. There's that great reverse stick across that she possesses. It's a weapon, Brooke. It's a weapon.
It's not often you can get someone who can hit consistent backstick passes along the ground without using the back of your stick. There's a fine line there too.
Yeah, she's getting a lot of heat on those crosses. It's a great skill that she possesses. Hyatt Brown to take it from the 25, and it's just got that little bit of a tip from Thompson.
Naturally, as a defender too, when someone winds up on their reverse, you sort of flinch a little bit. Yeah. So that gives her that added time.
Well, the pass to Mickelson wasn't great, but somehow she got it back. Penalty corner. Stacey Mickelson at her best once again. Such a good player. An early penalty corner chance, and it's created by Mickelson here. He almost lost it, but still gets the penalty corner. Great effort. So what's the set play going to be?
Got two drag flickers at the top, so Grace O'Hanlon can't be calling it early. She knows that both of them can hit or sweep as well. It's often a good trait to have where you can hit, sweep and flick, because it means, you know, the goalkeeper doesn't know whether to go down or stay up.
Oh, will they play it back to Mickelson at the near post? Let's see. Dickens and Ivory. It's going to be Ivory this time. Or a little back by door play to Dickens. Still there. Trident's trying to get a stick on it. No, says umpire Hudson. And now this is where the other team can be dangerous. And Robinson. Good work by McCullough. No way, says the umpire. And we've got the Mavericks surviving another penalty corner.
Interesting that they went for a variety option instead of a straight shot on goal. I think, yeah, both of those up-and-coming drag flickers, and, you know, they've got a lethal hit on them as well. I think they can back themselves perhaps if they get another one. It'd be great to see them hitting on target.
Ten minutes to go. Yes, it's beautifully set up still this game. No goals in the second half, but it's been good stuff. Nice tense game. A lot riding on this, of course, as Moffat and Dickens. Now Lynch. Jack's got a little stick there, and now they can come away. It's Dow. She couldn't link up, but Thompson there to clean up. Oh, that's a poor pass. Thompson will be disappointed to find Erin Goad's stick there, but Goad just gives the ball back to the Mavericks.
I think the last quarter is also where you see the game stretch out a lot. You'll see often the running back sometimes doesn't happen, or things open up.
Well, it's nicely anticipated by Ivory, and now there's a go here for Mickelson. She runs it two defenders, and there's that electric pace to the baseline. Looking for another penalty corner, and she's earned it. Just knows what to do, doesn't she? How do you defend Stacey Mickelson when she gets that much space?
I think it's her speed, but also, you know, speaking with her, what is she looking for? And I think most strikers carry the ball with no game plan. They're sort of just winging it, and for her, she's actually looking at your feet. So she's looking at, where are your feet? Can I pull it back into them? Where's the space? And that really is just years and years and years of experience. So it's really hard to learn.
Mickelson to deliver this penalty corner. It's Dickens the target, and they are going direct this time. The deflection goes in. No, it was wide, in fact. There's the signal from Kelly Hudson. So it wasn't a direct shot, was it, from Dickens that time, Brooke?
No, I think that's Maddie Dawes really good on that open deflection. So, I mean, that's really unlucky to miss that. I guess you got to stick to it, but maybe the goalkeeper saved it. Didn't quite see.
No. Ivory. Jax is having a solid game in midfield, isn't she? The Mavericks, that's a nice touch. No, almost a nice touch there from Woods. Wasn't able to be kept in by Robinson as the rain starts to fall again. Tyler Lynch. Whoops. King. That's going to sneak through to Thompson, is it? Yes, it will. Thompson just couldn't find her teammate. Now Jax. Oh, here we go. Here's a chance. Jax. Long corner.
I think the turnovers are picking up a bit because the players are potentially trying to find more risky options that they normally wouldn't do if it wasn't the last quarter.
Hunt. It's Tuilotalava. Wins it back. Nicely done. Zylstra into the circle. Right into Dickens, who kept playing. That's excellent play, and she wins a free hit. It's good defending.
Really strong to be able to win that ball as well, not only stop it.
Well, we see teams pulling their goalkeepers when they're behind, Brooke, but this game's tied up. With 6 to play is Pearce. Gets it into the circle. And it's going to be Mavericks' ball. Now, what's happened here? We've had a change of decision. It is, in fact, going to be Tridents' ball. And Mickelson runs at the defence, runs at Liz Thompson. Thompson's done it. Great tackle. Not many players up front for the Mavericks on this play, and there's plenty of blue jerseys there. So the Mavericks just having to hold it back. And now Thompson comes forward on the halfway line. Ellie Hunt. Around Kirsten Pearce. Hunt still with it. Tackle comes in from Dickens. Another big stop from Steph Dickens. Yes. And now it's open, isn't it? Here for Maddie Dorr. Tanner. Good work from her. That stopped the attack, didn't it?
You can see the Mavericks getting quite tired if they're running backwards and forwards 50 metres at a time. That adds up.
Tanner. 5 minutes. Are we going to a shootout? Zylstra and Dickens clash sticks. This is Taryn Davey.
I think that's what's so great about hockey is you actually never know until the last second of the game.
There's Tuilotalava winning the ball for her team. Zylstra. Thompson up there, lurking on the circle. She scored the goal yesterday for the Mavericks in their win over the Alpiners. Doesn't score too many goals, Liz Thompson, but she stops plenty.
Yeah, I was speaking to her before this game. She said it was not often that she gets caught in the attacking circle, but she obviously made the most of it.
Yeah, it was a brilliant finish. 4.5 to go. Big moments in this game now as Thompson takes it, crosses it. And Mickelson just can't keep it in the field of play. King, back to Hunt. Tanner, who's had a strong game at the back again. Doesn't do much wrong, does she? Kim Tanner, very dependable player. Oh, that's nicely gathered. That's Rose Tynan. There goes that reverse stick. Shot again. Oh, it's going to fall into the path of a Tridents player. Now it's opened up here for Dorr. Mickelson. Great pass from Dorr Mickelson. Oh, that's so close to the winner, and it's a penalty corner. It's thundered off of Mavericks' foot. Good play from Maddie Dorr and from Stacey Mickelson. So watch Mickelson flash into shot here. Kirsten Pearce wasn't far away, was she?
She's always been one to be able to sit on that post and get those touch-ins. Her hand-eye is pretty speedy.
So this penalty corner's come with 3:46 to play. 3:46 to play. 1-1 is the score. Mickelson to deliver. Once more. It's time. It's Ivory. And it's gone in. Stacey Mickelson's done it again.
Great delivery from Kate Ivory as well.
We've been waiting for that near post play. And Mickelson gets another goal. This is a great shot to see it. Perfect position there. And O'Hanlon is off. So it's the Mavericks playing with 11 outfielders now as they scramble to find this equaliser with 3:20 to play. Mickelson's, what's that, 5th goal in 3 games. She's on fire at the moment. That stick is blazing hot.
I think that makes it really tricky for the third runner when it just sort of slips down.
Oh, there's Mickelson making an interception and off she goes. Mickelson, 3 defenders there. There's the pass. Oh, Dorr just couldn't feed her captain that time. But now the Mavericks, Brooke, have got to find an equaliser. Otherwise, they'll have to beat the Falcons in Saturday's contest to have any chance of making the grand final.
4 games in 5 days is definitely more than anyone's used to, especially after the year that they've had. So it'll be interesting to see these weekend games, and especially if there's, every game from now is important.
Yes. There's the touch, and Tuilotalava will try and win it, and she didn't have to win it. It was turned over. Now here's the opportunity for Zylstra. Zylstra just holding it up for Tuilotalava, who will cross it in. Moffat, nice play. But it's still there with 2 to play. Remember, the Mavericks playing with no goalkeeper. They really had no option but to pull O'Hanlon out of the game. And this is it, really. Thompson up. Nice pass. Back to Pert Anderson.
It's really good to see. Hopefully they can keep using that extra player. Sometimes it's hard to find that overload.
Yeah, it is, because they just crash back into, load the numbers up in defence, don't they? There goes the crash into the circle, and it hasn't worked out with 1:20 to go, but they'll still get the ball, the Mavericks. Trying hard to find this equaliser. Thompson plays it in, but it's cleared away by Stacey Mickelson. Tynan hoping to win the free hit, but she's just lost the ball. Zylstra, well, the trigger got pulled there. Rush of blood to the head there, Brooke.
I think the seconds on the clock wind down, and sometimes you just want to crash it in.
Katie Dorr.
A minute's still actually quite a long time.
Katie Dorr did really well there. Now Tynan, she's lost it. Jack's almost got it. One in the free hit, didn't get it. Tynan has it again. This is all soaking up time. We're down to 30 seconds. Ivory won't be in any hurry here. And she plays a great ball down to the corner to soak up time. Well, in fact, the Tridents want to get on with the game, which is interesting. 16 seconds. The Mavericks can't get the ball, and the Tridents at the right end of the field to just soak up these seconds. And there's nothing that Mavericks can do, and that is it. Wow, what an interesting game of hockey that was, with the Tridents getting the win 2-1, and Stacey Mickelson, another absolute display of class from her. Both goals to her, and the Tridents go back to the top of the table with a 2-1 win. Here is the winning goal. Beautifully delivered by Ivory, and a lovely deflection from Stacey Mickelson. Happy days when you score a goal. Well done to the Tridents, who get the win by 2-1. And we will be back to wrap it up here from the Gallagher Hockey Centre in just a moment.
A new home is one of life's great adventures. Sentinel will help you enjoy the journey. Sentinel Homes. Design, build, enjoy.
Introducing the new Ford Escape ST Line X. Packed with the latest features so you can get moving, do more, and go further. Now available with the Ford Assured Future Value Finance offer. Simply pick your payment plan, and at the end of the term, choose if you want to keep your Ford Escape, return your Ford Escape, or upgrade to a new Ford. Easy. Ford. Bring on tomorrow.
Here we are at the Gallagher Hockey Centre. Another exciting game of women's hockey in the Sentinel Homes Premier Hockey League, won by the Northern Tridents in the last quarter by 2-1 as we get some reaction to after the game. Let's go down to Matt Williams from Hockey New Zealand.
Liz Thompson, Hauraki Mavericks captain. So the team's been shown improvements in each game. What improvements do you want to see ahead of the match against the Falcons on Saturday?
Yeah, I think we've definitely improved each game we've played within the PHL, but I think we're starting a little bit slow. I think the work on for us is to make sure that in the first 2 quarters we actually are on the front foot. I think a few teams have scored a few early goals against us, and we're sort of playing catch-up hockey, so it'd be nice in the last 2 games just to sort of build off that and try and start with a higher tempo and a few more circle penetrations.
And it seems like the defence is laying a strong foundation. How important is that for the side?
Yeah, I think it's starting at the back with our keeper Grace. She's been really solid and kept us alive in that game for sure. really valuable to have, and I think for us we probably need to look at our front third and then through each layer how we can improve with our pressing and making sure that we continue that on for the next few games, but then also looking at our attack because we need to make sure that we're getting some goals in the net as well.
Thanks and good luck for Saturday.
Thank you.
Stacey Mickelson, captain of the Northern Tridents. Looked like a tough matchup. How was the side able to close out that match?
Yeah, it was certainly tough. I think for us it was just about maintaining the way that we were playing. Although we weren't scoring as much as we'd like to, I think the style of game that we were playing was working, so I think it was just being persistent with that and trusting that it would come.
And the Alpiners have been going from strength to strength, even though the results haven't gone their way. What are you going to focus on against them on Saturday?
I think probably just focusing on our game, to be honest. They definitely are improving, and all of their games have been so close. I think they've been a little bit unfortunate at times not to get the points, so we'll certainly be giving them a lot of respect despite the fact that they don't have any points. But yeah, just focusing on the way that we play and trying to build on today's performance.
Thanks and good luck for Saturday.
Thank you very much.
Well, what a star she is, Stacey Mickelson, scoring both goals in her team's win today, scoring one yesterday as well, and a loss to the Falcons. So she's had 5 goals in 3 games, and she has been a power of strength in all facets of the game for the Northern Tridents. So that win there, as we look at the CCL stats, hugely dominant for the Tridents, but they're just having a bit of a trouble converting the numerous amount of opportunities that they're creating at the moment. But the big difference between last night and tonight was that they won tonight after losing to the Falcons. So that one there to the Tridents and gives them 14 competition points. The Falcons also have 14 competition points. They are now in the box seat with the Tridents to play the Alpiners in the first of the matches on Saturday. These are the last round robin matches being played on Saturday. So 12 o'clock Tridents Alpiners, and then at 2 o'clock the Mavericks need to beat the Falcons to have any chance of making Sunday's final. So that's where it is here at the Gallagher Hockey Centre. Much more to look forward to over the weekend. We hope you can join us then.
The Sentinel Homes Premier Hockey League is proudly brought to you by Hockey New Zealand in association with Sentinel Homes, Vantage Windows and Doors, Computer Concepts Limited, Sky Sport, your home for hockey, and Sport New Zealand.